Hi there, folks. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Phil. Today, we're going to delve into the nitty-gritty of troubleshooting common issues with older Harley-Davidson models, specifically the 2008 Fatboy. As a longtime motorcycle enthusiast and Harley owner, there's nothing I enjoy more than sharing my passion and expertise with fellow riders. So whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting your journey, I'm here to guide you. So without further ado, let's dive into the world of Harleys. First up, we need to identify the problem with your Harley. Now, older models like the 2008 Fatboy can be a bit tricky, but don't worry, we've got you covered. Let's start with the heart of your Harley, the engine. Common issues can range from oil leaks to overheating. If you've noticed your bike running hotter than usual, or you're spotting oil on the ground where you park, there's a good chance you're dealing with an engine issue. Also, listen out for any unusual noises. A knocking or ticking sound might indicate a problem inside the engine. Next, let's talk about electrical issues. These can be a bit more elusive. If your Harley's having trouble starting up, or if the lights are flickering or not working at all, it's likely an electrical issue. Check your battery and wiring for any visible damage or corrosion. Lastly, we can't forget about mechanical failures. These can manifest in a variety of ways, from issues with the brakes to problems with the transmission. If your bike's not stopping as quickly as it used to, or if it's not shifting gears smoothly, you could be dealing with a mechanical issue. Remember, these are just some of the common problems you might encounter with an older Harley. Every bike is unique, and the issue could be something entirely different. The key is to be observant. Pay attention to any changes in your bike's behavior. Listen to it, feel it. Your Harley will tell you when something's not right. Identifying the problem is the first step in troubleshooting. It's like being a detective, but instead of solving a mystery, you're fixing a machine. It might seem daunting at first, but with a little patience and a lot of elbow grease, you'll get the hang of it. Trust me, there's nothing quite like the satisfaction of fixing your own bike. Once you've identified the issue, it's time to roll up your sleeves and get to work. Before we start, make sure you have the right tools and safety gear. It's a cardinal rule in the world of motorcycle repair. Right tools, right job. At the very least, you'll need a set of wrenches, both metric and standard, a good socket set, screwdrivers, and pliers. It's also handy to have a multimeter for electrical issues and a quality motorcycle stand for stability. But tools are only half the battle. Safety gear is a non-negotiable. A good pair of mechanic's gloves will protect your hands from dirt, oil, and those pesky scrapes and cuts. Eye protection is crucial too. You never know when something might fly up and try to ruin your day. And let's not forget a sturdy pair of boots for when you're maneuvering around your Harley. Remember, a safe workspace is a productive one. With the right tools and safety gear, you're ready to start troubleshooting. Now we're ready to dive into the troubleshooting process. Troubleshooting, folks, is all about finding the root of the problem and then tackling it head-on. It's like being a detective, but for your trusty Harley. So let's break it down into easy-to-follow steps, shall we? First off, start with a thorough inspection. Look for any obvious issues like leaks, corrosion, or loose connections. You'd be surprised at how many problems can be resolved by simply tightening a loose bolt or replacing a worn-out part. Next, if you still can't identify the issue, it's time to delve deeper. Here's where your owner's manual comes in handy. This trusty book is your Bible. It can guide you through the intricacies of your machine, helping you pinpoint potential problem areas. Now, let's say you've found a fault in the electrical system. Don't panic. Start by checking the battery. A bad battery can cause all sorts of problems. Test it with a multimeter, and if it's not holding charge, it's time for a replacement. If the battery is fine, then check the alternator. The alternator is what charges your battery while the bike is running. If it's faulty, it could be draining your battery, causing your bike to underperform or even stall. What if the issue is with the engine? Start by checking the spark plugs. They ignite the fuel in your engine, and if they're worn out or dirty, your engine might not start or could run poorly. Moving on, consider the fuel system. A clogged fuel filter or a malfunctioning fuel pump can lead to poor engine performance. Clean or replace the filter and test the pump to ensure it's working properly. If you've gone through all these steps and the problem still persists, it could be something more complex, like a mechanical fault. At this point, unless you're a seasoned mechanic, it might be best to seek professional help. Remember, troubleshooting is a process of elimination. It can be time-consuming and sometimes frustrating, but the satisfaction of solving the problem yourself is unparalleled. Plus, you'll get to know your Harley better, and that's always a bonus. Throughout the process, keep in mind that patience is key. Don't rush and don't skip steps. Make sure you've done everything in your power to identify and fix the problem before moving on to the next potential issue. And most importantly, don't be afraid to ask for help. The Harley community is vast and welcoming, with countless experienced riders who are more than willing to lend a hand or share their wisdom. And there you have it, a step-by-step guide to troubleshooting your Harley. Well, that's all we have time for today, folks. We've had quite an adventure, haven't we? Diving headfirst into the world of Harley Davidson troubleshooting, especially when you're dealing with a classic like the 2008 Fatboy. Remember, it's all about identifying the problem first. Listen to your bike, it speaks to you. The sounds, the vibrations, they're all telling a story. Once you've got that down, it's time to gather your tools, but never without prioritizing safety. A helmet on the road and gloves in the garage. Then comes the real deal, the troubleshooting process. It can be a bit of a puzzle, but with patience and persistence, you'll get there. And remember, every time you get your hands dirty, you're not just fixing a problem, you're learning. You're becoming more in tune with your bike, understanding it better. So go on, give it a try. Get out there and troubleshoot your own Harley. It might be a little daunting at first, but trust me, there's nothing quite like the satisfaction of solving a problem with your own two hands. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that subscribe button and join us here on the channel for more motorcycle tips and tricks. Until next time, ride safe, folks.